Shannon Ranches is our vineyard management development company. We farm almost 4,000 acres of wine grapes in about 6 different counties in California, most of it being in the North Coast. Today we're sitting at the top of the High Valley appellation. We have other vineyards also in Lake County. We have 2 ranches in the Red Hills appellation, a 230-acre ranch and a 60-acre property. And we have a small piece of land in the Kelseyville Bench area. We have some property in the Big Valley area. But most of all the wine that we produce, and generally all the red wines are produced from the High Valley and Red Hills appellation. What we really hang our hat on is the soil types, the volcanic soils. Years ago, probably back in 1995, I started hearing people were interested in planting some of the red soils of the Lake County hillsides, and I was just really intrigued with the combination of the volcanic soils and the intersection of some of the Franciscan soils on this property. 2,500 feet in elevation, out of the frost, and the soils were just beautiful, well drained, and the view didn't hurt either. It doesn't get very hot here. We get a cool afternoon breeze out of the west from Mendocino County and cools us down every afternoon, and that was just a bonus for the property. Ultimately, what this property is going to be about is, oddly enough, Sauvignon Blanc on the hillsides, because in these soils the flavors are incredible. But it's really going to be about Cabernet, because that's what we plant a lot of. That's what the consumer loves right now. It's coincidental that we planted quite a bit of it because there was demand for it. And as we go through our 50-year plan or 10-year plan, I think that you'll see more and more high-end Cabernets coming out of this area because of the tannin and the structure. Our cluster counts are 2/3 of what they are on other properties where it's warmer. We can't make the everyday inexpensive wines. It's just we don't get the yields to justify it. And so but I think Cabernet Sauvignon Blanc and some of these other little things, Petit Syrah does super well up here. We're sheep ranchers as well as grape growers and winemakers, and we integrated the sheep ranching business into the day-to-day vineyard management business and created a system to work the sheep in the vineyards to help with vineyard tasks. It's the ultimate sustainable system because it's really truly sustainable. They are eating the grasses and the weeds and the leftover fruit, thus sanitizing the vineyards. The whole time they're doing this, they're pooping out fertilizer. We pull them out of the vineyard at bud break. We are using them in our non-crop areas. We put them back in the vineyard to eat some of the basal leaves off the vine. So that is improving the wine quality because it opens the canopy up to light and we have less pyrazines in our fruit, green flavors in our fruit. And it's not just a tool, it's a sustainable system. So it's one thing helping another thing, but it has a byproduct, and that byproduct is helping another thing. So we think Ovicycle is a truly ultimate sustainable system. You know, having our own vineyard management company and our own labor contracting business and having the availability to pick fruit when it's ready, while it's ready, deliver it with our own equipment to the winery 24/7 whenever it's needed is a lot different than a lot of other growers, and we've been blessed with that opportunity. So we can get it to the winery on time. If it's Sauvignon Blanc, we're picking it when it's cool. If it's Cabernet, we pick it after the sun is off it and the fruit has kind of rehydrated itself, giving us less pruny flavors and such like that. We don't get the fruit overly ripe. I think we're true winemakers, meaning we're not putting a bunch of residual sugar and color additives. It's just good natural wine. When people drink our wine, we want them to say, this is great wine, sustainably farmed. People that really care about the earth and the air we breathe and are offering up a bottle of wine for a great price